Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, sir and everyone. Today, we are from Group 1. We'll present about system development. Before that, let us introduce. My name is Afifah, and my friend is Fatir Vio Alvarez. For the first material, we'll present by Fatir. To Fatir, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Next slide. What is system development? System development is a process of creating, developing, and maintaining information system to meet organizational or business needs. This process include planning, analysis, design, testing, implementation, and system maintenance. The main purpose of system development is to create system that are effective, efficient, secure, and able to support business activity. In the modern business world, system development is a very important because almost all company activities depend on information, technology, and digital system. Next slide. Importance of system development. Development is important because it the first helps improve work productivity, speeds up business process, reduce manual errors, improve information quality, support decision making, and increases customer satisfaction. Without proper system development, company may experience daily data errors, unnecessary costs, and difficult competing in the digital era. Next, objective of system development. The main objective of system development are the first, to create system that meet user needs. Two, to improve organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Three, to produce accurate and timely information. Four, to reduce operational costs. Five, to improve data security. Six, to support future business growth. Next, System Development Life Cycle SDLC. Ada beberapa tahapan juga di sini. Ada pertama itu planning, analysis, design, development, testing, implementation, and maintenance. Next, Pak. And advantage dan disadvantage-nya itu advantage pertama, structure and organize, complete documentation, and user project control. Disadvantage-nya time consuming, difficult to accept change, uh, and high development cost. Oke, thank you, moderator.
Okay, thank you, Fatir. For the next, I will explain about the system conversion strategies. System conversion strategies occurs during the implementation phase of system development lifecycle when an organization transition from an old legacy information system to a newly developed or acquired one. There are four primary conversion strategies, each with a distinct balance of risk, cost, and time. First, there are parallel conversion, then plunge conversion, phase conversion, and then pilot conversion. For the first, we will discuss about parallel conversion. Parallel conversion is the old system and the new system are operate simultaneously for a period of time until the organization is confident that the new system function correctly and reliably. The advantage of parallel conversion is lowest of risk and data verification. Disadvantage is high cost and resource heavy, and also increased employee workload. Next is direct cut over or plunge conversion. The This is the old system is completely shut down at a specific date and time, and the new system is immediately active as the sole operation platforms. The advantage of plunge conversion is lowest direct cost, and then immediate benefits, and also no redundancy. And for the disadvantage is highest operational risk and high stress. The next is pace conversion. This is the new system is implemented to incrementally across the organizations, either module by module or department by department. The advantage is to manageable risk and gradual learning curve. And for the advantage is complex integration challenge and extended conversion timeline. The last one is pilot conversion. This is the system is fully deployed but only in one single isolated location or branch office to test its real world viability before rolling it out company-wide. The advantage is confined impact and real world optimization. And also for disadvantage is to fragmented data or island of information and delay enterprise rollout. The next is about agile system development methods. Agile method emerged as an alternative to the rigid, highly structured traditional SDLC like waterfall method. While traditional system development relies on fixed chronological steps and exhaustive documentation upfront, Agile method prioritize flexibility, iterative progression, and continuous user collaboration. There are five core principles driving Agile system development methods. First is continuous user involvement and shared responsibility. This means user or client are involved every single week to see the process, not just at the very beginning and the end. The next is iterative and incremental development. The system is built in repetitive cycle, like releasing version 1, version 2, and version 3, making it more complete and perfect over time. The third is prioritizing adaptability over rigid planning. Agile failures are responding to market change over blindly following an update on initial plan. The fourth is working software as the primary measure of progress. Project success is measured by whether the application actually works and run well, rather than how thick the written report is. The last one is frequent feedback loops. Always opening up regular windows over evaluation and over feedback. So if an error occurs, it can be fixed immediately without waiting for the entire project to end. In conclusion, choosing a development method or a conversion strategy depends entirely on the unique needs, budget, and risk tolerance of the organizations. This concludes our presentation from Group 1. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Now we will open for the question and answer. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.